Hey guys, John and Cody here from Nothing But Cardboard. Hope everybody's doing well. Got a little challenge that we're about to get into. Fantasy football card challenge again. They both won one and I haven't, so this is my turn. So stay tuned and we'll break down the rules and how this is going to work.
All right, so this is a very unique challenge that we are going to be doing today. We're going to be mixing fantasy football with card collecting, card flipping, and I'm excited about this because I've never seen anything done like this before. The rules are actually pretty straightforward. We're each going to have a roster. Each team has 5 positions. So you have a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and one individual defensive player. So you have to submit at least one of each of those positions to PSA, but each team has 12 spots. So you can have multiple quarterbacks, skill players, defensive players, up to 4. So you can't have more than 4 quarterbacks. So we each get $700 in this challenge. So you can buy cards for whatever combination of, position you want, but that $700 has to include grading fees. So once we get all the cards in, we're going to look them over. You have to, like I said, submit at least one player at each position, have to get them graded. If you don't, it's a $50 hit to your account at the end. Once we get the cards back, we're going to sell them, and then the winner is the person who makes the most money. So very interesting. We're actually going to be drafting today, and we have it all set up on the screen. I'll show you in just a second. But before we do, what do you guys think about this challenge?
I think it's pretty exciting. Football's coming around. As you all know from my previous submissions, this is what I do all the time. Each submission is a draft for me. I got running backs, wide receivers, 15 different defensive players. This is unfair for me. You guys are at a slight
I'm probably
disadvantage.
second in that. He's never even owned a defensive player at all.
I only own quarterbacks, honestly.
I was going to say, not many wide receivers or running backs. So yeah, it is on our advantage.
So it puts me at a slight disadvantage, but
it's exciting.
it is exciting. And you know what? The best part about this is we're doing it on Mother's Day, so I'm sorry to our wives, but we are going to be doing this instead of taking
They've
care
already
of
been taken care of, so our 4 female followers, don't hit us up and hate us. We've already taken care of them.
But so the one advantage about doing this right now is that the NFL draft has already happened, so we've kind of seen where the chips are going to fall, so we can make better educated decisions of the players that we want to go with.
Yep.
So without further ado, we are going to have a 3-team draft, and we are going to randomize who gets to go first. So we'll roll some dice here.
Here we go.
We'll put it on the screen.
7.
So that's going to be 7 rolls, 7 randomizers.
Good number.
So we're going to hit 1,
Stop there.
I don't want to be first. I want to be in
2,
the middle.
3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Oh,
John
all
is
the
going
time.
first.
I don't want to be first, then I am.
Guess
I'll
who's
trade.
going first? So it's going to be John, me, and then Cody, and then we're just going to snake back and forth. It actually works really well with me in the middle because it's just going to go boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
That's
So now what we're going to do is go to our mock draft book. And you know what? I have my super simple recipe for success here. It's got all of my cheat sheet in it. And, in order to win, all you got to do is keep it simple, guys. So we're going to be cooking up success here.
That's why he's been saying
This is
that
not
for the last
an
10 minutes.
advertised video, by the way. Half Baked Harvest, we love you. If you want to sponsor us, let's
You got some good meals in there.
Heck yeah.
And hopefully it comes through clutch for me today. Okay, so John.
I hope you draft some asparagus. That'll be good.
All
I'll
right.
hang out a lot. Maybe some potatoes,
Okay.
sweet potatoes. So I'm up first?
You're up
Yeah.
first, John. So
All right.
so what's your strategy? Are you going quarterback
Well,
first?
I didn't know how long we want to make the video, but yeah, it's not like a normal draft where you want the guy that gets the most points and scores the most touchdowns.
Yep.
You want the guy that you can target, buy his cards, and get them graded and not spend too much money. So I've been looking a little bit. We talked about this like a week ago. We've had a week to strategize. Cody's going on vacation, so he doesn't have much time to get them graded. To buy them and get them back before we get them graded. We only have 6 weeks to buy the cards before we send them off to get them graded because we want to get them back before.
Yeah, and I didn't mention that. So June 17th is the date we're shipping them out. So we have a little
Yeah.
over a month to get all the
you
cards.
said, today's Mother's Day, so we don't have much time. So all of that plays into your strategy with who you can target, how you can get the cards, and that's why we came up with that little penalty.
Yep.
So, you ready for my first pick?
I'm ready.
First pick is going to be C.J. Stroud.
Whoa.
CJ Stroud. So he is going quarterback first. So he's going to take CJ Stroud, and we're going to draft him. So he's going to show, it's going to show all of the players that have been drafted over on the right side with the draft log. So that means I'm second. So I'm going with a different strategy. Now, the one thing that you do have to keep in mind is we only have $700 and we're going to have, at a minimum 5 cards. So you can't spend $100 per card. I think that the most difficult position to buy for is going to be tight end.
Ooh, I was thinking running back.
So
Come on,
I'm going to go.
brother. Come on,
It was between 2 players for me.
Good.
It was between 2 players. It was between Mr. Sam Laporta and Dalton Kincaid. And you know what? I'm going with Dalton Kincaid as my number 1 overall draft pick.
Good
Nice. Nice.
pick. You will never see that in fantasy top 100 or whatever those fantasy football shows are that tell you who to draft in the first round.
Now you want. And I think that, this being his second year in the league, he's going to take over a little bit more of that.
Well, they lost, what's his name, too, Stephon Diggs, so they really don't have many guys. And
Well, they lost Gabe Davis.
Yeah, both of them.
Where did Diggs go?
He went to Houston.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so now they're really running out of players to throw to. I think Dalton Kincaid is going to get a lot of targets.
You didn't know that when you wrote them down on your...
No, I did. I just forgot.
All right.
Yeah, I did this like 10 minutes ago. So
Is he texting his wife?
anyway, Cody, how do you feel about that?
I feel great about that because I was also going to start off my draft with a tight end.
Okay.
And I think we've been kind of dabbling in the Travis Kelce train lately with our personal submissions, and we kind of know where that price point is for a nice Travis Kelce rookie card. So it makes it a little bit difficult for me to consider that because I know it's a high price point for a card that's liquid. Now I can get some Travis Kelce cards that are kind of paper or even a base chrome, but it all comes down to quality, right? But nevertheless, I'm still sticking with Travis Kelce. He's a stud.
Mr. Kelce.
And honestly, you can't go wrong with him. He's the best tight end in the league, and he is by far, still the best one that's on the board.
All right, so me and Cody both have tight ends. John has a quarterback. It's still you on the clock.
Yep.
So what do you want to do next?
So this is the point where it gets a little bit difficult because not only do I have to think about who is the best person to invest in, but I also got to keep in mind that these guys get 2 opportunities each before it comes back to me to pick a player. So in my head, I'm either thinking of 2 positions right now. It's either running back or defensive player.
Okay.
And the reason why I say defensive player is because even though there's a healthy squad, there's still only a few that I feel really, really comfortable with. But I digress.
Yep.
Let's stick with Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, he's going with CMC.
Let's stick with Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
Another stud at the position. He's got some stability. He is such a freak athlete, which means there's a lot of people investing in him. He's with San Francisco now, which means he's even in a better market than he was with the Panthers.
I like it.
So, although this would probably be a stud fantasy team,
Yep.
this is also a stud investment.
So I really agree with your thinking, but I'm going to just go ahead and jump down, take the first defensive player off the board. Who do you guys think it's going to be?
Nope, I don't want to guess.
You don't want to guess? Let's see if I can even find him. This thing is not in any particular order.
Sauce Gardner.
He's on my list.
He's a good guy.
He's on my list.
I guessed.
Wow, how are you supposed to find anybody on here?
Troll F.
Let's do that. Micah! Not that one, though.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons.
There he is.
He's on everybody's list.
And the reason that you go for Micah is because he is on the Cowboys. First off, did I double click that the wrong way?
Yeah, he didn't.
The reason that you go for Micah Parsons is because he's on the Cowboys. And what does that mean? There's a huge fan base there, and people gobble him up. I don't know why.
And he dominates.
Why is he not showing up here?
I think you got to double click when you get down there.
All right.
Give it another shot. 3rd time's a charm.
Wait, is it this one?
Go.
Will that one work?
There you go.
There he is. So we're going to draft Micah Parsons.
Nice pick. That's nice.
All right, John, who do you want? Now that I know you can search by name.
So hold on. Your only reasoning behind Micah Parsons is he's the Dallas Cowboys?
No, he's a freaking stud. I mean, he was one of the most hyped defensive players in all of football. You got to go with him. There's a huge following there. He's super liquid, and the price point of his cards is not crazy low. If you look at most defensive players, their price point is almost too low to make money off of. So he's in that sweet spot, and that's why I like him there. All right, John.
Good choices.
That hurts, man.
Tight ends are running out, so I'm going to jump on tight end now, and I'm going to get Sam Laporta.
Laporta.
That's good.
You guys will see here soon in my reveal that I've already been targeting that guy and watching him. And
So you got some.
I almost
experience?
picked him. It was pretty close
he's
between
gonna be top
Laporta.
5 in fantasy next year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Real fantasy.
All right, you get one more pick.
All right, now do I want to go off?
So John's got C.J. Stroud and Sam Laporta so far.
Yep.
So QB and a tight end.
Yep.
You have a tight end and defensive player.
Yep.
And I have a tight end and running back. Okay.
Correct.
I'll take a little bit of a different approach here.
All right, I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson, wide receiver.
Oh,
Man,
nice.
how do you feel about that quarterback situation?
That's rough.
I'm surprised he's not at the top there. All right.
No idea. Whole brand new.
He's got JJ there now. JJ thrown to JJ. So no more Captain Kirk, but honestly, he was still performing
Oh,
with the
he's a
terrible quarterback situation they had last year. So
Yeah.
I think he's solid. People really like Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting anything else from John at this point. He's just like Justin Jefferson. He's good.
That's what it is.
I've been watching some of their cards already for personal investment, so I've been seeing that people are already targeting them and taking them. So I think their value is still
Oh yeah.
creeping up. So that has something to do with it.
Gotcha. Good
So I'm not quite sure how I feel about this pick, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go with Mr. Breece Hall over Bijan Robinson. Breece Hall.
Wow.
The reason is because we're finally going to have Aaron Rodgers back under center,
Yeah.
and I think that there's going to be a lot of hype that comes with the revamped Jets with Aaron Rodgers in the driver's seat. And plus, he was a stud last year. He did way better than Bijan, in my opinion.
Can I did not ask this question. I love Breece Hall, especially from a fantasy perspective. He was amazing for me last year, even without Rodgers. But my question real quick, because I don't think I've asked this. When are we selling the cards? By preseason?
It's got to be before the first
Regular season game?
regular season game, which
Oh.
is September 4th or something like that.
Okay, so
I'd be fine if we did not set a date and we all agreed on it later. Just depends. Like, you're going to be on vacation for 2 weeks. When we get the cards back from grading, if PSA gets them locked up and if it takes longer, we may need to negotiate that. But
So we'll put a
cards
tentative.
do sell better by
We'll put a tentative date on there.
if we have them back.
last year, within the first 4 weeks of the regular season, it was the best selling part for me for
Yeah.
football cards. Anyways, so we're doing this. The season's going to kind of start. We have that capability. So there's going to be some preseason hype that's involved with these decisions here. Okay, enough talking here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch gears. I got back-to-back picks here.
Mhm.
I got a tight end. I got the best tight end in the league. I got the best running back in the league.
Mm-hmm.
They're dated cards.
That's the thing, though. The more recent cards are easier to find.
Yep.
The further out they are, the harder they are to find. But doesn't mean you can't.
Grade better
This is true.
also. usually.
Typically.
This is true. Okay. Let's stick with what I know.
Okay.
Let's stick with
Defense.
What I know.
Defense.
Let's
Let's go
go
down.
defense.
Wait, we're not drafting offensive linemen.
You might. Yeah, I wish you guys would toast. You're gonna need to control F this because we're looking for a guy by the name of Myles Garrett.
Oh, I don't think I'll have to.
Cleveland Browns.
Myles Garrett has been an awesome individual investment opportunity for me this year. So I want to get on that train with this investment strategy.
I had
as
him
well,
on my sheet.
because I know
It's on my
that
sheet too, and I wrote your name next to it.
I know that he is one. There's quality cards still, even though he was drafted in 2017. Two, there's a huge market for him because he's a freak. And three, if we're riding this into the season, there's going to be some hype. But nevertheless, I know 4 players are going to be taken before my next pick. So we're going to transition to QB. I'm going to be the second QB off of the board, and I am actually going to take my guy from last year, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua,
Good
fresh
pick.
off the block.
Tua's going to have a lot of preseason hype. He's going to have a lot of hype going into the season as well. He's got some great wide receivers, even with the addition of OBJ. And unfortunately, fortunately for me, he's still a super low entry point. Yeah. So you get those cards from 2020, you flip them,
and he doesn't have that new contract yet, but I think it's coming soon. So I think there'll be even more hype once they extend him to a long-term deal.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
All right, so I think I'm going to go wide receiver here.
Nice.
And I feel like someone who's kind of under the radar a little bit, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
I feel
Good
like
choice, yeah.
I feel like there's some solid Detroit
He was so
Lions
good
fans
last year. Yeah.
that are just like chomping at the bit to get some of his cards. So we'll
Especially
see.
after the playoffs.
We'll see. There's still a lot of good wide receivers out there that you can snag. But go ahead, John.
All right. I think this is taking a long time, so we need to
Speed it up.
It's okay.
speed it up some. I'm gonna go running back just so I have a full team.
All right.
And I'm gonna go John Robinson.
Bijan.
He's got his pajamas.
All right.
I was saying it wrong.
Bijan has been drafted, so that means it's back to me. I'm gonna go ahead and take my.
No.
Oh no, you get one more.
Oh,
He tries.
I was
You're
trying.
right.
I was trying.
That means his player's on the board still. Can you take him, Joe?
I'm gonna try.
Who do you want? You don't have a defensive player yet.
I'm
Yep.
gonna go with Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mr. Jalen, that's a solid pick right there. All right, so I do not have a quarterback yet. Not a
Sean's
bad,
got two.
not a bad spot to
There's
take them
plenty.
yet. There are plenty. So I don't think I'm gonna draft one yet. I think I'm gonna go back down here to the well.
Wow.
This is defensive.
My
Right?
man's going to defensive player again. I wouldn't
Where is he
expected
at?
it.
Where's he at?
This will be his second purchase of a defensive card in his life.
Gardner.
Ahmad.
Sauce.
There you
Where's
go.
he at?
The sauce.
Oh,
All right, we can't find Sauce for some reason, so Buda Baker is Sauce Gardner, and I have him. So
okay.
Mark
Good
off
pick.
that he's gone.
there he is.
Love Sauce. He's a new addition to the PC. He's an awesome player.
Also playing for those Jets, and he's an awesome player, and I think he's also falls in that price range that's a sweet spot for cards. So,
Yeah, I'll remove him.
and
from
now
my
that I
list.
have him, you guys can't have him.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so I have, let's see here. I have Tua Tagovailoa. I have Christian McCaffrey, Travis Kelce, and Myles Garrett. Really solid fantasy team, by the way. Going for wide receiver. Let's dabble with a little bit of Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers, new guy on the block, new cards, hoping for some quality, hoping some people are opening up some cards recently and they aren't sending it to PSA, they're sending it to eBay for sell raw. And
I like it.
Quality cards, we'll see. So I'll take Zay, and then I will also go ahead, let's see here. Whoa.
I'm just,
Wash some
just
eyes,
stretching,
brother.
stretching.
Wash some eyes. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. We're gonna pick.
This is just like regular fantasy draft. But no.
We need that timer.
Ooh.
Position.
I feel like we're playing Catan.
Quarterback.
Let's go quarterback again. And let's take someone who's extremely liquid, but kind of pricey.
Joe Burrow.
Justin Herbert.
Herbie.
I knew it was one of those.
Let's go
He's
Justin
in an
Herbert.
interesting situation. They just traded away all of his wide receivers, but he's got a few that they just drafted.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and not take a quarterback yet. I'm going to go ahead
Do
and...
you have a quarterback at all yet?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm going to take... It's between CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and take
Take them both.
Mr. Jamar Chase. I'm going to take Chase.
both.
All right. Good pick. Good pick.
Jamar Chase.
I'll take him off my list.
Me too. He's gone.
I was really thinking about picking him.
All right, receivers
So
are
Herbert.
starting to disappear a lot.
Yep.
Running backs are starting to disappear a lot. I got quarterbacks. I'm gonna wait on defense because I don't know about that position. I'm gonna go. Is it Puka?
Nuka.
Puka
Nacua. What am I looking at right here? Okay, so right there, he's a stud. I don't know what his cards go for, but he's a stud.
He's hot.
I'm just
He
worried
was,
about the
going
injury.
off last year.
Price
Yep.
of him.
You got one more.
Yeah, and then let me go. Let me go with Kyle Hamilton,
Okay,
All
I knew
right.
it was coming.
my defensive guy. That
He's on there. Sauce Gardner not on there for some reason.
Wild. Did he get arrested and we didn't know about it?
I hope not, or else I'm in it with Buda Baker. Okay, so I still don't have a quarterback, and I'm gonna go with Jamar Gibbs.
Nice. He said, I don't have a quarterback, I'm going running back.
So now I have
Detroit.
two to pick from. I can either go with Gibbs or Brees Hall.
All right, so real quick recap. I have Tua. I have Justin Herbert.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Zay Flowers, Travis Kelce, and Myles Garrett. Correct.
Correct.
So that is 5 or
Yep.
6.
Yep. And you're about to have 7. Yeah.
Okay. So let's not do an emotional pick of Mike Evans. Love that guy. Not
a bad pick.
It wouldn't be. But
Too
we're
early.
gonna stick with somebody who may be a little bit lower entry point, but with some upside. Great fan base, Jake Ferguson. Tight end, Dallas Cowboys. He was amazing for me last year and fantasy. I want a little bit of depth at tight end for the exact reasons I just mentioned. So we got Jake in
Okay.
there.
What's next?
And the second one for this round is Derrick Henry.
I like that.
Derrick Henry going to Baltimore.
Dang it.
First of all, he's a stud. Second of all, Baltimore is going to be a freak as long as he can stay healthy and break the Baltimore Ravens running back curse.
And he's already pretty much a Hall of Famer. So
Yep. The only problem is it's 2016, I believe.
it's hard to find
Cards
the
are very limited, and yeah.
Cheap.
All right, so I think
Well,
it's
it's
time
right.
time for me to finally break free a little bit here.
QB?
I'm surprised he's still on the board. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow.
Good pick.
Good luck
There's so
finding
many good options.
a cheap card.
No, you can find some. And he's not my only quarterback.
So how many more players do we have?
So we still have a whole slew of bench players to fill out
Okay.
and a couple more defensive players that you guys can get.
Jake, Derek, Miles.
I think it's actually going to force you guys to take at least 2 defensive players, by the way.
And Justin Herbert, Tua. So I already have 9, so 3 more picks. Is that right?
Yep.
That's all we got left.
Me.
We're getting there. We're getting there. All right.
I'm up.
It's not my turn. Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
picked.
So I'm gonna go with Jordan Love.
Okay.
Nice.
Mr. Love, it's going to be hard to find him as well
Yeah.
for a cheap price.
As long as I didn't
He's
draft.
been hot. I mean, they went to the playoffs last year and played good, but man, he's selling like Burrow and Herbert.
Mhm.
It's very tough to find Love. I was considering him, but because everyone thought he was gonna be Rodgers' backup, they gobbled him up in 2020. But it's a good pick nonetheless.
Oh my god. Okay, 2 of those. All right, so let's go with I'm gonna go with Shaquan Barkley.
Saquon.
Still
Shaquan?
never say that name right.
I was like, okay, I think that's a defensive player. All right, well, let's go back to the QB. Well, we're going to go with my man, Trevor Lawrence.
Z-Law, I knew
off
that was happening.
the
Did you have any doubt?
block.
No, I have no doubt.
Hey, but I got him so late.
But tell
So
me
late.
your justification behind Trevor Lawrence. I know what it is. Just let the fans know.
So, my justification, they added, hold on, which page are we on here? They added Gabe Davis, and they just drafted in the first round Brian Thomas Jr. So he's got 2 new weapons. I know that he just lost Calvin Ridley, but honestly, he was a bum while he was there anyway. I think these 2 guys, plus I think they also got a new offensive tackle to help protect him a little bit. I think with all that combined, he's going to have a little bit of hype entering the season. And he's honestly the best out of the 2021 class, not saying much. But I just love me some T-Law, so I just gotta hope, and I think that there's
That's
a lot
all
of,
it is.
I think there's a lot of, there's a lot of deals out there. So if
Yeah.
you can find the deals, you're gonna find a buyer, and you're gonna make money.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. It was the entry point, right?
The entry point is also a lot better than Joe Burrow, so I needed somebody who you can get a little bit cheaper, who's still gonna be liquid.
Yep.
And I think that's Trevor Lawrence.
Good call. All right, so I'm up on back to back.
Yep.
If you want to do Control F, we're gonna go and purchase another defensive player by the name of Trent McDuffie.
Trent
Who?
McDuffie.
McDuffie for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Fluffy McDuffie.
He was a good
That's not his
individual
nickname.
investment, and I want liquidity with my defensive players, so we'll stick with that. And then since I now have 2 defensive players, I have no restrictions. So I am now gonna go drop down to wide receiver.
Okay.
And we are going to go with... Oh, man. So I got my McDuffie. Let's go with... I have 2 more picks after this, right? Or
I think so.
1 more pick after this? Golly.
Yep.
I've got 9 players.
Let's go ahead and pick Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. You think you're gonna be able to find
I don't
some Tyreek Hill cards?
think so, but if I can come across a deal, I think it'd be easy to sell them.
All right, so it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Now this is an interesting one. The reason I'm going with it is the number 4 pick by the Arizona Cardinals was Marvin Harrison Jr. So that means Kyler Murray is getting drafted.
Good choice.
All right.
Good choice.
Good backup quarterback there for you.
Yep. I mean, he's a starter quarterback. He's not a backup.
But your backup investment quarterback, right? I think
Yeah.
you're going to be targeting your number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I needed something just
If he did his homework and studied defense, just like they told him he had to do, that could work out for you.
What?
Kyler Murray doesn't watch film. Or didn't.
That was in his contract.
Okay.
They said you're going to have to watch them, and they took it out. They go, you know what? Forget about that.
Well, talking about defensive players, John, you still have
One.
to pick one defensive
Yeah, we
player.
need one more.
You have to draft 2? I
have
thought
to
it was
draft
just
2.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I have 9 players, right?
Yeah, but you can draft somebody else first.
Oh, I'm aware of that.
Okay.
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
All right, so let's go. I can still take another quarterback too.
You could.
You could take 2 more players.
Still some good ones on there.
I'm gonna go with Aiden Hutchinson,
Ooh, nice. That was an easy defensive player to pick.
and
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
go
D-A-N.
with.
D-A-N?
Yeah, A-I-D-A-N.
There he is.
What do you guys think? And this is questions you don't ask guys that you're
Hey.
drafting against usually, but don't have a
Not
choice.
Aiden O'Connell.
Nope, not him.
Isaiah Pacheco. He had a lot of problems this offseason, getting in trouble, beating up cops, running into people, and leaving his car on the street.
That was Rashee Rice, wasn't it?
Was it-
Or did Isaiah
was it the
Pacheco did
receiver?
too? Well, Rashee Rice is in trouble. I don't know about Pacheco.
Okay,
Are
maybe
you
it was
targeting
Rice.
women beaters?
No, I'm trying to say, is he going to play this
Right,
year?
Rice.
Is he in trouble? So it was Rice.
Well, Rashee Rice is in trouble. I don't know about Isaiah
it's
Pacheco.
both.
It could be.
They said Dallas somewhere. He got in trouble for.
It very well could
Yep.
be. I just personally, I don't really think Isaiah Pacheco is the greatest because they have so much depth at running back.
And they switch it around and do
Yeah.
it a lot. So,
Mhm.
all right. So my next pick is going to be.
That being said.
Would
Let's go Nico Collins.
Nice. Breakout year for him last year.
Okay. Which leaves me with my guy, Garrett Wilson.
Nice.
Your team name is my guy. I'm just
I think
gonna say
I'll
that right
name it
now.
my guy. That's fine.
Garrett
Garrett
Wilson.
Wilson off the block.
Fire. Yeah. All right, so I got one pick.
Yep.
Oh, that's impossible. I gotta have 2, right?
You do have 2 picks, and then we each have 1.
Oh, dang. Okay. Well,
Okay.
let's go to. Can you show me the running backs that are still available, please?
Sure.
Oh, I already have 2. What the heck am I talking about? I don't want. You know what? Let's grab another quarterback. All right.
All right.
Let's go with for giggles,
For giggles.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Wow,
That's-
good luck buying a car
That's
there.
3 Kansas City Chiefs.
All right.
And then I'm going to let's see here. One last pick.
So we have to each draft 2 tight ends?
No.
You
Nope.
guys just said 2 players at each position.
No, it's just defensive.
Just for
players.
defense because of the way that this was set up.
Can you drop me down to wide receiver? Please?
Sure can.
Let's go with. I won't be able to find him. I would love Marvin Harrison. He's gonna be extremely difficult to grab though, especially the college stuff. That's gonna suck, right?
Who are you looking at, running back?
I was looking at wide receivers. You know what? Whatever. It is what it is. It probably won't
Mike
be an
Evans,
issue.
just
Mike
take him.
Evans. Yeah.
Michael
These
Evans.
guys beat around the bush like they don't know what they're doing. I know their picks.
So that means there are
before them.
2 picks left, and you know what? I only have 1 tight end. Let's make it 2 tight ends with Kyle Pitts, with his
Ooh.
new quarterback.
I'd like to see him go up. I got a bunch of his cards.
With his new quarterback, Kirk the Cannon Cousins, throwing to him.
That's what I did not do. I did not hedge my most valuable player, Travis Kelce. That
Well,
could be an issue.
Too late. All right.
All right, so I got 3
No, you have 1 more pick.
QBs,
Yep.
3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 running backs, 2 defense. For me, I thought the hardest part of this was going to be getting a running back to grade and to be able to get sent off and get your money.
Who's your running back right now?
I got Robinson and
Bijan.
Bijan.
No, but John.
Bijan Robinson.
Bajan. How do you say that?
Bijan.
D?
Bijan.
That's what I said, Bajan.
But John.
So I'm going to go with a chain.
A-Chan?
A-Chan? A-C-H-A-N-E?
Yes, A-Chan.
Alright.
We could have a whole
Ancient.
video of you just trying to pronounce
players'
Slaughter
names.
some names
Can you
here.
imagine hockey? That's even the worst. So that's my team.
Okay, well that is going to wrap up the draft. I know that was a little bit long, guys, but the next month and a half, we're going to be drafting our teams. Let us know how you guys thought this draft went in the chat if you actually stuck around to watch this whole thing. Let us know what you think of this challenge because it's definitely something that we've never done before or seen anyone else do. I think it's going to be really interesting. And honestly, I'm pretty excited about this because it's going to bring out some competitive juices. It also guarantees that we don't target each other's players on eBay, which has been an issue in the past. So, any final words?
It was just exciting. Now I'm ready for actual fantasy football, but this was cool.
Yeah, it's off season, so it's nice. And we're trying to toss around an idea to do this with our followers and people that we watch. We just haven't been able to put a system together yet. So if you guys like this and you're like, hey, I would play against you guys, or I would like to do this, let us know. It wouldn't be the same format. We're going to try to work out how that would work, but we would like to interact with you guys more and take your cards, you know, your PSA 10s that you have of your quarterback. We'd like to win this from you. So we do appreciate you guys watching. And let us know who you think did the best and who's got a good shot at winning.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.